back. It's New Mutator, joined once again by Drunken and PunkUser, and we're going to be looking at another game from the DE3 of the Myth World Cup 2013. This happens to be the match between Deer and ULMS, who had, I guess you guys had met before in the tournament, but so I guess you're meeting for the second time here, and one team is going to come out alive, and the other team will be eliminated. This was the third game, I believe, Barbarian Valley, Flag Rally. Anyway,
this is the one where Drunken guarantees us that he traded for no Trow, so...
Really?
As if.
Yeah, so
I will say,
yeah,
it's a grudge match. This is a grudge match because they beat us in the qualifying round, and it was like, well, we're going to redeem ourselves, redeem the Deer honor.
Well, it's just because I was playing for them then, so, you know.
Right? Yeah, so we actually casted that game, one of the games from that match, I think.
It might have had something to do with, you know, Wayward One playing in the first two matches. Don't know. But...
And actually, it was the same map, but a different trade. It was
a
light trade.
Yeah, thanks, Limp.
Right. Yeah.
There's so many repeats. I don't know. For some reason, like, he seems to think if it's a different trade, it's okay. But I feel like there's a lot of different meshes out there that are good. Why not?
Yeah.
Be more varied.
There are quite a few, and yeah, I've actually had this conversation with people before where they're like, yeah, there's a lot of standard Bungie meshes that aren't being used as well. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Desert,
whatever. It's fine.
I have no
It's all
idea.
good.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't really matter too much to me. But yeah, so this is what can you tell us about this match coming in? Drunken, of course, was the captain of Deer in this particular match, and most every match as well.
Yeah, I always captain pretty much. It's sort of just a role I guess fell into, but I mean, usually Sasper and Ventobia, they're also pretty good captain substitutes if I'm not there, but I mean, they always ask me if they want a trow or whatever, and in this case I actually give the trow. I split them.
Yeah, I noticed that, and also no Solus, no Spiders. Interesting.
That is pretty interesting.
Well, it's just a difference between the two trades.
Yeah, Killer Kings.
And I guess they got one more Mort, whereas you guys got masses of Maul. Drunken, I'm assuming your plan is
definitely
to sit those on flags.
Probably, and that's not too bad an idea, because you know Mauls are
definitely
really quite good at bashing down the health of pretty much everything on this map. The one thing that Solus though and Spiders are good at is just sitting on impassable terrain, just pelting. But thing is, there's not a whole lot of opportunities for putting them up on impassable terrains near flags, at least.
Yeah,
well,
and I'm gonna be honest, maps where you can contest on impassable terrain are kind of stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like they're a little bit far. They can like hit stuff, but they would actually have to coordinate with something.
There's one or two places like on this flag near flag 6 or whatever. You could dissuade people coming in there with souls on that hill, but yeah, I don't know whether it's worth it.
Yeah, it might not be.
Yeah, I just figured out what I was doing. Yeah, so the Mauls and the bitches and all that are in the mid, and I've gone for a fast attack on the flanks because there's a flag rally. So I've got both Trows on the flanks with Berserks.
Sasper's Tro though is moonwalking in place. Some kind of pathfinding issue.
So this is another one of those maps too that I feel like they didn't, and even looking at the minimap you can tell this, but like the bottom team is way closer to the middle flag than the top team is. Why do the map makers not test that crap?
You're gonna see me almost get trapped in the north. This is what Killer King was raving about.
Yeah, you're in a bad spot right now.
Check this out. This is like really cool. But
you're gonna murder 5 Trow on your way out. I don't know why they're...
Oh my gosh, and there's Fetch in there as well.
Oh boy. Oh dear.
What?
Oh,
just ridiculous.
It's a good trade-off, dude. That's the funny thing.
Well, that's fine. You killed the Trow, yeah. Oh dear, they walked into that.
Whoa, there's like 5 Fetch just set up right here. MP with those.
I'm gonna say MP's not exactly the most skilled with when it comes to setting up fights.
He's a heavy hitter, man. He's
Dude, but he
hitter.
shows up. He shows up. You gotta give him props.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, of course, I don't stinge on the points of my players, as you can see.
Uh-oh, a little bit of friendly fire there from Master Chief, I think.
But like those balls getting pummeled by the fetch.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is just turned into a fight in the middle where nobody's really playing the game
BC
type.
battle.
Oh, I see.
There
There's
we
a little
go.
bit at the bottom.
Master Chief got a nice shot in.
Sasper and Father Xmas are looking at each other.
Yeah, just looks like just Dean on that flag.
Oh, what is going on, dude? Drunken, you got a guy like 2 feet from flag 2. You haven't tagged it yet.
Yeah, I know. I noticed it. Watch out. He's like,
That's hilarious.
Wait for it.
Flag.
There we go.
There it is, right
Oh
before.
crap! Oh crap! I'm gonna get the flag.
I was wondering if you were just like sitting there so you could do a ninja victory imminent or something, but.
Uh-oh, looks like Master Chief gonna lose that
Oh
truck.
yeah.
But finally, MP's moving in.
Oh no, friendly fire! Why?
Aye.
Master
probably-
Chief just put a nice one right into all his own ball.
Like you could probably just zap the tro with all that fetch. Probably do.
I think
like,
around
this.
here is where I take off some of the fetch from MP because I need to
Flag
deal with
captured.
I
scratches.
mean,
and
yeah,
stuff.
five fetch on one person too is pretty intense.
That's a lot. Yeah, it's hard to
Flag captured.
hard to handle. I think
Victory imminent.
victory imminent for Deer at this point.
Granted, I guess they're only playing with 5 people, so. Oh, sorry, hold up. 4 people. Is Lizard King playing for you
No,
guys?
it doesn't look like he is. So yeah, ULMS has a one-man advantage, I think, coming into this game.
I see, yeah. Oh yeah, right. This was this match, right? Because
What?
yeah, and he played, and then there was bitching, and then I was like, screw this, and left, and then he didn't play. Okay, I remember now.
What?
That was just the first
Flag
couple of games.
captured.
That's what Drunken was alluding to with all of the whining about subs.
Oh, because Killer King or somebody was.
They were super
Raising
confused
issue.
about what the hell was going on. And then they brought Funk in to captain for them because he had actually planned, whereas Killer King hadn't made any plans. But then Funk had been in the previous match with Lizard King, who already knew all of his own strategies as well.
Oh.
So then they're like, oh no, now we can't sub, and yeah, it got stupid.
Oh my word! Drunken barely survives. That's
Take
crazy.
out all the berserks.
Yeah, but you might be in trouble here. Yep, there it goes.
Oh, one
Scratch.
fetch. Man, by a fetch. That sucks.
I kind of had the feeling. What the heck? Did you
Oh,
see that?
no,
That was amazing.
why?
The
That was
mortar.
just- what do you mean amazing? That was like noob maneuver right there.
No, that could have happened to anybody. Oh,
Dude,
poor
no.
dud.
That is
Poor
the
dud.
don't put your mort right beside your fetch 101 of myth.
Yeah, for anybody watching that confused, like fetch have a tendency to ignite objects mid-flight, like dwarf bottles or mortar shells, and that's exactly what happened. Was the mortar shot right next to him? Oh my word!
Yeah,
Why did
I'm
you
on the
have that?
team speak right now saying, "Why are you fighting uphill? Why? Just pull back. You don't need to go up that hill."
Flag
Oh
captured.
my gosh! Now you guys are losing, 49 to
The thing is,
58%.
he had 4 fetch and he didn't zap that in the air.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
well,
this is,
you know.
in the south, Sasper. He hasn't lost anything, so he's coming in to play his cards.
Yeah, he's got a
About
full
time.
health
Oh
trial.
my gosh!
He
He's
can
been
just rush that
chilling
force,
this whole
frankly.
time.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
have enough to defend it.
Yeah, definitely you can take out all this guys. Oh, and they shot the Tro, which was probably not the best thing they could have done
Yeah,
there.
he's decently
5
spread here, right?
minutes
So they'll get in one shot. That wasn't a good place to aim it, though.
They probably want to hit the Zerks though with the fetch instead of the Tro.
Yeah, you got one or
This
two off.
is where my
I
captain
mean, he
comes
just
into
didn't
play.
have enough though, right? Like
I've just told
Vigor,
Sasper,
what is Vigor doing?
just take the flag and ignore Vigor.
Not a bad idea. It's victory
Flag
imminent, so
captured.
that's going to be the game.
Very
And
nice.
very interesting, yeah. I mean, mid was kind of a wash by this point, as you guys kind of gave that up to, looks like Sam the Butcher.
So I guess you guys were actually technically behind here. They never killed that stoned trow. In percent.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
But to be fair, they had a lot of percent tied up in souls, and souls aren't really that useful at this point.
Well, if the game had continued, if you notice in the southeast corner, the two trow that are red, they needed to tag the next flag up, the middle east flag, and that's why I've told the whole team to go and defend that. That's
Right.
why there's like all the mauls and fetch and stuff. So, I mean, that would have held them off for quite a long time. And
Yeah,
as well as
his trow are really low too. So
I don't know about
yeah.
a long
Master
time,
Chief.
but yeah.
Master Chief's on the left, so the center middle, and he's holding off the middle, so their mortars and mauls and that wouldn't be able to come across us.
Yeah. I mean, you eventually probably would have had trouble with his souls getting up on that hill beside you, but yeah, it would have been an interesting game.
But
that's
what's interesting to me is that Sasper was just chilling on, what is it, flag 9 for pretty much the entire game. Then at some point he gets the order and he gets the go-ahead, the green light, so to speak, and then he just moves in, takes the flag, and that's it. That's the game.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though, because I mean, it actually is an interesting move because one, he's defending that flag, which means we got two flags up on them that they haven't been able to tag.
It looks like they'd sent some people to flag 6, but they weren't able to take the flag, which I totally didn't see. I totally didn't see this because it looks like there's like dead Zerks and Mauls just strewn about the flag there on flag 6. So I'm not really sure what happened there.
Oh, that was I remember because MP was raving about that. It was a 3 maul versus 3 berserk, and his maul won by that single maul.
Nice.
It looks like maybe 4 berserks. Looking
If
for
it's
the
4, then
corpses.
yeah, 4 berserk against 3 mauls, and he won that.
But looking at the damage, I mean, it's super close in terms of damage.
And remember that they've got an extra player. We don't.
That's true.
So
That's
true. And on a map like this, where you got like fetch and mortars and things like that, it's quite with 4 players for this size map, it's actually very difficult.
Well, that was the thing. Having 5 or 6 fetch on one guy is kind of unavoidable, but sucky.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can criticize MP for his play there, retreating and then just taking a mortar shot in the back and losing, I don't know how many fetch that was, but thing is, like, he probably had a lot on his plate,
Yeah,
so.
no doubt. It's easy. It's always easy to criticize when watching films. I like to criticize my own play as well.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm terrible.
Never. That's the first time I'm hearing of that. But yeah. So very interesting game actually. It was kind of cool to see like you guys duking it out. In the it turned into just like a massive BC battle, and then finally you guys started playing the game type after that, after breaking away from that.
I just loved how my trout just like smashed through his corpse and just sort of come out as like like those Hollywood moments.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Punk, has there been some change to like pathfinding for Tro or something? Like, I don't think there has been.
If you ask anyone on the forums, pathfinding changes every single version, but no, they're basically since like 1.5 or something when there was the Trow Polka thing or whatever, which was also the change that made units not walk around friendly units. There's been no changes since then.
No changes, because I've noticed like units with, I don't know the terminology, but larger units like tend to like pop in and out like that, and I don't know if it's been like that for a while or what.
It's always been like that. That's just the
Yeah.
fact that the system, like, when stuff gets like nudging all up close to one another, it can get crushed to the point that there's not actually space for the unit, so it just has to go like find a new place to put them.
I didn't even know that, but like I just sort of like because he wasn't properly closing in on me, so I was like, well, I just have to kill that and walk out, and that's what he did. He didn't actually move any units, which is kind of
Yeah,
weird.
that one wasn't too bad. There was somebody sent me a film of one on Clash one time where he seriously warped like 3 units away. It's just like, okay.
No way. Oh man, I'd have to see that.
It's just really everything to do with pathfinding and collision, everything in Myth is pretty ad hoc. I'll just put it that way.
It's not necessarily bad because I mean
That's
you
the thing,
don't
you
really
know.
notice
But if
that.
it was any other way, it wouldn't be Myth, right?
Right.
It would be something else. So
Yeah,
But
definitely.
if you notice, like Alms, sort of like it's weird. Like when I think of myth in terms of game, it's not the player that you're that you how well you're playing. It's the amount of mistakes that team makes.
Yep.
And Killer King, his team made the mistake of not having any defense on flag 1 and 2 in those games, and that really like set him back.
yeah, I mean, I guess their plan was to defend that last one that you took, but they didn't have enough units there, as we saw.
Right. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff mid. Because I guess they got caught up in the moment, is, how I would say it, is, they just kind of got taken with the chase. They wanted to keep pursuing the prey, so to speak, and so
Yes.
they got
So
peeled
did
away.
you notice? I didn't notice. They have their trow split at the end, but did you notice if they had that the whole time, or if they did that sometime during the game?
They had that. They must have split it after because I remember Killer King with all the brown trout at the start.
Yeah, I can believe that. So that's the one thing too. The advantage of splitting stuff up or whatever is you can end up capitalizing on situations like this where the trow are just out of position. But yeah.
What do you mean
Cool.
splitting?
I mean, like he sent one trow, was up there fighting in the middle, and one of them was over on the bottom taking the flag there.
You mean Sasper?
Yeah, slightly earlier on, right? Because they had their 3 trow together, so they couldn't, instead of shadowing each of the other trow.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's the advantage, but the thing is, though, like, when you're 2 split up, the other team can just play, divide and conquer, right? They can just out-BC you pretty easily.
Definitely, right? And it's just that I think, if they wanted to do that, they needed more just like mauls, just meat on that other flag. The problem is they just got crushed by just the sheer, full health trow just walked right in and murdered everything they had. So.
Yeah. Pretty much. And the other thing, too, was Vigor. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Vigor had a perfect opportunity to hit all those berserks, but I don't think it would have helped his team at that point because they had so few units able to contest the flag away from this row.
Yeah, Vigo should have definitely responded quite quickly
A little bit more quickly.
with the flank, because I mean, there was that other sort of regiment with the berserks and the 3 fetch that got killed. He should have had ample time to get up to that flag beforehand if he had been paying attention, and that's the importance of scouting.
Yeah, and another thing, too, is like, Vigor could have just been paying attention to the mid, watching the mid battle and not really cognizant of like what's happening.
Right. So that's
next
the
to
thing,
him.
strategic things like that, it's hard to pin it on any particular player versus the captain. But I know whenever you choose to do something like take trow as the captain, you can't be paying as much attention to the rest of the map as you otherwise would be. So.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this game. Thanks again for joining me, you guys. And yeah, this game was these games are pretty fun, actually. Been enjoying it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. And yeah, we'll see you in the next match, whenever that will be. See you then.
Sayonara!
Game over.
Now Killer King's raging.
I like making like really stupid